Okay, here's a quick rundown of all my mocks I have so far. To start with, it's a N1 Starfighter. Not really necessarily a mock, just a couple of modifications to like downsize it a bit, make it tighter. But this will be completely replaced eventually. Here is Sabine's A-Wing, standard ship. Now it doesn't even have the stickers, and some of the colors are wrong. But this is going to be replaced as well. This is just a placeholder. And here's Season 2 Sabine's helmet. And next is Clan Ren Fang Fighter with Ursa Ren. Then the Mandalorians from the show with his son's helmet and just like purest pieces to make the body there. Here is a Fen Rao. I bought the helmet and that's just like I think it's a U-wing pilot's body and the Fen Rao protector Fang Fighter. Next is my wife's Sig Fig along with her a prototype V-wing and her coffee stand with some chocolate on it. And then this is my Skyke. This is my baby, the first mock I made. And I also have made, but I took them apart, the Dune Lizards style 1 and 2. And I also designed the Skyke style 2. I will be building those and putting those up in the future. This is my Mandalorian dropship, also known as a Meteor Q class carrier. And this is used in the Mandalorian Civil Wars by Jaster Muriel here and the Mandalorian Protectors against Tor Vizsla and an early version of the Death Watch, which I like to just call the Acolyte. It makes it easier to separate them. And in the comic, it actually references them as an Acolyte as well. And yeah, more figs for this to come. And then this is Jaster's Legacy. This is seen in the comics. No, sorry, not the comics. The video game Jango Fett Bounty Hunter, and it's Jaster's in the game. Jango Fett flies it, but it's actually Jaster's ship. And then next to that we have Jango's Slave One. This is just a recolor of the 20th anniversary one. And then moving on to here, I have Cal Scarada. Let me fix that. Cal Scarada. And this is a placeholder, Will and Val, and behind them some Republic Commandos. If you know, you know why they're there. And this is the Ian, and I will be adding on to this more as we go. Then you have what I call Disney Boba, and his his Slave One 20th anniversary set. One of the few sets I'll have in my display to stay. That's just gonna it is what it is. Great set. And above him we have the Holiday Boba Fett minifigure. This is actually the cheapest one I could find, but it's I think the best one. Like I think the colors on this match the cartoon the actual like cartoon special the best, whereas other ones you see are a little too vibrant and way more expensive. So why would I do that? And then this is the concept boba here, and yeah, if you know, you know. Now moving on to here, we have what I like to call EU boba, which is the better boba, and his Wing Blast rocket pack, which is just a toy, but now it's a Lego set, which you can find in my Rebrickable. You can find that some of these, some of these will be, and some of these are on there. And here is my Slave 2. Not going to get into the whole story on that, but it's long. But this is what he flies after he gets up the Sarlacc pit in the EU. He eventually gets back to the Slave One, but he flies this for a bit. Then here, next to Boba, we have Fen Shiza, who is, at a time, the leader of the Mandalorian Protectors. This is like in the later eras, before he passes on the mantle to Boba to be the leader of the Protectors. And there's more to go with this, but also this is his Cabur behind him, sorry. And this is in the novels it's mentioned, and then the writer of that novel said that if you read the comics from like back in whenever, there's a panel in the comics that there's a blob or a ship that looks like a blob. And he says, yeah, it's one of those blobs. And I deduced that it's the blob that is kind of shaped like this and expanded upon the blob to make it this. So this is kind of like this is my creation. Above it, we have here, just a recolorable Bo-Katan's Cormac class starfighter. And this is Maul's Night Brother. and in front of it you have Gar Saxon and the other commandos. And then above that we have a Star Hopper, or I think it's a Star Hopper. I can't remember. Man, there's so many ships in my head right now, but I think it's a Star Hopper. This is a recolor of the set. And inside it, you see I have a Mando who matches it, and that's why it's colored like this with this. And up here, I'm missing some pieces, but that's going to be the Mythosaur on that side. And then this side here, let me take him out, I'll show you. He kind of has this matching design up there. And then on this side, he has a Mythosaur there, which is going to match there. I do customs, so if you want that, hit me up. Or not that, but anything like that. You have a fig or something, and you're like a Mandalorian fan, I got you. Hit me up. Down here, this is all going to be replaced except for this. This is actually no. I think I might get a better version. I think I've seen some better versions, but this is Sabine's speeder bike. You know what it is, or no? You probably don't know. Actually, I don't. You're here. You know what this is. Let's move up. I can never remember the name of the ship. I can't remember right now. Too many ships in my head. But this one's cool. It folds up and stuff. I'll post about this later, actually. Then we'll come down here. This is a speeder seen in the same comic that this is seen in. Right? But this is actually flown by the guys that these guys are fighting. The Death Watch and Tor Vizsla. You see them swooping around on this. And it has no name, so I just called it the Acolyte Speeder. And this here is another speeder that has no name, but the guy who designed this is one. By the way, this is not my design, and neither is this. The guy who designed this, I can't remember his name. I think it's Craig. He's on Rebrickable as well, and this is it's actually a beautiful build. This is just a speeder that's seen on the planet, but he calls it a Death Watch speeder. I don't know if I'd agree with that, but it's his name. It's cool. This is Berkelor. Sorry, not Berkelor. Berkelor, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't. Names. Whatever, man. I give it. This is lore accurate to the show, Clone Wars. This is the like the police version. It has these doors here. You might have seen me post about it before. And it has a trunk here as well. And then all this comes off. Man, go find my other post. I'm not doing all that right now. This is a Basilisk droid, a battle droid or whatever, flown by Mandalore Ultimate, and I'll be working on that fig here. But this isn't my design, but I made some modifications to it. So I made this part bulkier, changed up arms, made things a little more like what I feel is more accurate. But it's still a great design. If you want to find the guy who made it, I'll find his stuff and post his links. You know, I'm going to find the links for all these and post them because I'm all about sharing the love. You know what this is, but I just made a custom Mando to go with it. This is a Baxland speeder, and this is from a Bounty Hunter handbook. It's mentioned in there, shown in there, has a picture, and it says that it's made by Mando Motors, so it makes the cut to make it into my final display that I'm working on here. And this guy here, let me pull him out because I think this is kind of dope. So this is a Mandalorian speeder. It's in the game Star Wars Galaxies, the same thing that this ship is from. And that's all it's called, but it's Mandalorian speeder, so it makes it in, and it's pretty dope. And in here, up here, you have my Gladiator. And this is Fen Scheisler. He buys a bunch of these and adds them to his fleet. So this actually could go down here, but I put it up here because the symmetry of the final thing is not going to be down there. And also, oh shoot, that matches the fig. So, and I like the way it kind of looks like a Mandalorian. I have a bunch of these on my Rebrickable as well, different colors and stuff. And also, if you have something you want me to do, like I said, also hit me up. This is not a promo, I swear. I just also like to share Mandalorians and like get more people to get them. So if that would inspire you, or this inspires you, get some Mandalorians.